That is our taking refuge, like a refuge prayer. We take refuge in the three jewels, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and the essence, the Sungatas. In the three roots, whoever like a Sungatas, it is someone that took the bliss, beneficial and extraordinary path, and then they also result great bliss, peace, and which is the state of the Buddhahood. That's we call the Sungatas. And of course, when we are beginning, enter into the liberation path, we are very much beginner, and we need support externally from the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha in the temporarily, and externally like this, and internally we need to rely on the three roots, rely on the Lama, Yadam, Khandros. And all of these deities included ourselves. Of course, reality we came to say is the channel, wind, the bindus. They are kind of the superabilities. And the nature of that is the Bodhicitta. The Bodhicitta is the foundation, the source of the three jewels. Also comes the source of the Sungatas. Of course, the source of the three roots. And also, the Bodhicitta is the positive nature of the Bodhicitta, permeated these three aspects of the channel, wind, bindus. The Bodhicitta, which is our own potential Buddha nature, it itself has a kind of the mandalas. Which sort of the mandala? Because Bodhicitta, there's three aspects: essence, nature, and compassions. And this is inseparability and inseparable. And all the timers together and like kind of the united, but this is like a single pointed but different function, and like this. Okay, that is we take refuge until I reach the heart of the enlightenment. Then we say, yes, you take refuge until you or I or sentient beings reach the heart of the enlightenment. It's enter the Buddhahood. Afterward, why we don't need to take refuge? Why we don't need the source of the refuge? Because we don't need. We are ourselves, we will become the source of refuge. And until there, maybe we can to say, support me. Like same as when we born, like immediately coming out from the mother's womb, we cry to parents, I'm taking into you, my father, dad, mommy. Can you protect, take care of me, and temporarily? When I become the adult or like maybe 20 years or something, and then I don't need anyway, I can to help to the parents. And at that moment, then we manage ourselves like this. When we enter the enlightenment, we rely on the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and on teachers. And one is like this. And also in the purpose of the mind, why we are taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, or the three roots, or the teachers, because we are like difficult to understand each other realities. And we can to look at the Buddha himself. And he also studied like the realities and how it is, the realities, the things, like we come to say the present, the situation. What do you have? Are you sick? Are you happy? Are you enjoy? Or you have problems? Or where do you live? Which kind of you contain? And which sort of situation do you have? And this we do not understand, very much confused. And looking is kind of the externally, but very difficult. Externally appearances is momentary nature, transitoriness, like a rainbow, like hallucination. It's difficult to rely on, difficult really to definitive what it is. And therefore, he studied what is the really realities. And also we have very much ignorant about our conduct and attitude. It's really amazing. Like same as the Shantadeva said in the Bodhicitta Avatara, any single sentient beings or the sentient beings, they have very strong wish to be happy. But they're very much confused what is the really cause of the happiness. Of course, everybody wants to avoid or to get rid about the sufferings. But according to ignorance, what is the really cause of the sufferings? But the deceptive things of the cause of the sufferings, like a kind of be entertainment, like a kind of the getty pleasure, I would say, and something, but the finally result or give the consequence, it's very much sufferings. Therefore, we are all the times attitude, conduct, a little bit follow up the wrong. But how we can to change, how we can to correct ourselves, very difficult. And therefore, Buddha himself, he looked at his own defects, his own negative characteristics, behaviors, everything. And then it's like finally what he discovered, we have basically such our own potential quality of the Buddha nature, wonderful. But the attitude, wrong conduct, and this the good quality of the potentials is like not much benefit. But if we change, we correct ourselves, the shine out our own qualities, we're totally happy and we are free from any cause of suffering, result of the sufferings. That is the methods, that is his instruction, that is the meaning of the Dharma. And therefore, it is like why we are taking refuge in the Buddha, because we want to dispel our ignorance. We want to really learn to study his speech. And also why we take refuge in the Dharma. Like Dharma is like the antidote our mistake, great guideline, great education. We use this tool, we can to correct ourselves. We can make authentic person. Really, that is the truth. It's a reality. Therefore, and then in the temporarily, we need a good friend, not smoker, not alcoholic, not a killer, not a kind of the stolers. We need good friend. All the time is support when we are doing positive things. And also when we are doing some correct things, all the time supporting to us. This we call the noble sangha or the partner. And when we are taking the wrong path and to help, to correct, and it is the wonderful things. That is we need in the temporarily, because our mind is very fickle, very fragile, very easily influenced. If we follow to make the association the negative friend, also we become the negative person. Therefore, we are taking refuge in the noble compassion sangha. And therefore we are in the temporarily this, and also we have purpose. Inner is like kind of our attitude is, I'm going to take refuge in order to dispel the darkness, ignorant of the sentient beings, included myself. And then it's like afterwards, this is like kind of making the proof, evidence. We are prayed, generating Bodhicitta. And this in the Bodhicitta is when we look at the Shantadeva, what he says, you remember, we says, Shonchab Sencho Rinpoche, Mashipa no Shejirch, Shipa Nyamba me pato, Goni kon the perva shows. May Bodhicitta, precious and sublime, arise where it has not yet come to be. And where it has arisen, may it never fail, but grow and flourish ever more and more. And therefore, maybe arise where it has not yet come to be. That is the point. At the moment, there is not really, we haven't got yet something like this. In the Jime Limba, he says, Ho naso noa chidi zenriki, korwa lagi jat and chamban dros. Oh, like a kind of calling. Look, the situation of the samsaric chain of the life. Deceived by myriad appearances like the reflection of the moon in the water. Sentient beings wander through the samsaric chain of the lives. That when we see like this, then we have something like kind of want to do. For example, when we are seeing or the hearings, some is like others, families, friends, or any beings, may be such miserable sufferings we see. Then we say, what can I do? Maybe I need to help. This is like kind of, you have these ideas. In the first place, how you can to make arousing or your mind, in your mind about Bodhicitta, the precious and sublime is. That is the wish that all sentient beings may attain Buddhahood. That is the first step, this attitude. And then in the secondly method for making it arise, where it has not yet come to be, is to training the mind in the four boundless qualities. He said the four immeasurable. And then is the thirdly, the method for the making it never feel about to grow and flourish ever more and more is to arousing the Supreme Bodhicitta and to turning in the precepts of the Bodhicitta like six transcendent. And therefore, we are talking about how we can to make arousing Bodhicitta in our mind stream. And when it's like arise Bodhicitta in our minds, how to maintain in our mind stream, not only to maintain this, and need to develop, to flourish, to grow up more and more. And that is like there's great methods. And then it's like in order to develop the Bodhicittas, we are talking about yesterday, I think, equanimity. According the four boundless qualities or the four immeasurables. Generally like kind of the love, compassion, joy, or the rejoy and the joy and equanimities. But in the correctly or according the maybe more beneficial way, it will be first to study equanimity, the boundless quality of the equanimity or impartiality. And when we are thinking, maybe a little bit, when we want to practice these methods for the making it arise where it has not yet come to be, for the preventing it decline where it has arisen, and for the making it not fail but flourish more and more, increase, either in the detailed, elaborate way with the 4 boundless qualities. Of course, that is in the said book. And like with love, compassion, and like rejoice and choice. And if we can to make, how we can to make the develop more and more, and the short way or the middle way, boundless qualities, the state of the like kind of the Brahma. What does it mean? It means maybe some sentient beings, they have natural these boundless qualities. Maybe someone has automatic, natural love, compassion, joy, or happy, and equanimities. And maybe this kind of the boundless qualities, the result is the make the rebirth in the Brahma. What does it mean? It means Brahma. Brahma means it is like kind of the more superiors in the like a more superiors realm of the first, maybe we can to say the Dhyana, something like a very nice areas, extraordinary place, long life, enough materials. It's a great like kind of the realms. And therefore this someone has the 4 boundless qualities and can to have quality of the 4 Brahmaharas. And they have like Brahmaharas, and when they are giving, or they are like statement, they're giving something, they're thinking something, all the time is very kind, love, compassion, kindness, equanimity way. Everything is like kind of the equal. And but if these are 4 boundless qualities enhanced or embraced by the impartial compassions, great application, and also no conceptualization, dedications. These 3 sublimes, enhanced to the 4 boundless qualities, then it's like real the boundless qualities, really 4 immeasurable. And quoting the impartial, genuine Bodhicitta's perspective, you have thinking object of the sentient beings is boundless. You concern the limitless sentient beings. And you are thinking about your doing benefit for others, limitless, like immeasurable. And also it's like kind of you never ever tired. How many years, how many times you need to do benefit for other sentient beings? You're thinking about immeasurable times, want to do benefit for other sentient beings. Then it's like your attitude is boundless and conduct is the boundless. result is immeasurable qualities. Therefore, we call the four immeasurable qualities. Then it's like these four are the extraordinary methods in order to rise or the reborn, take the birth into our mind, the bodhicitta and the compassions. And then it's yesterday we a little bit mentioned about the equanimities. Equanimity is the very great method. It's a wonderful thing. And it's need to study our environmental, inner, and families, friends, everything. Like yesterday, I talking about my heart or my electronic gadgets. And this is first example. I need to learn how to take care. I don't learn what it is. It is fragile, it is easily broken, and it is permanent, it is indestructible. And when I learn, of course, there's no indestructible. There's no permanent. Everything is very fragile and sensitivity. My electronic gadgets, how I can to take care, how I can to look. Yesterday I make joke my hat, cup. And if I don't learn to how to take care, it's easily broken. And the same ways, any materials like this, and also our families, friend, enemy, all the other sentient beings, we need to study. They are same as we are or not. Any perspective, like Holiness says, physically, verbally, mentally, all the sentient beings, equanimities, same. And when we understood that, then easily to help. These sentient beings, who is my family, my partner, my children, or my relative. It doesn't matter my enemy, any other sentient beings. They are same as me, physically, mentally, verbally. Of course, they help me, I'm very happy. Maybe their happiness maybe rely on me. I need to be kind to them, to support to them, need help to them. If I help to them, also they have mind. If they are happy, they can to give me also happy. Okay, this attitude is But compare the numbers. There are like millions, countless, immeasurable sentient beings. Look at the hell. Look at the hunger ghosts. Look at the animal animals. Even our human beings. How many sufferings. And all those are the sufferings. What can we do? Like some is compassionate to say, if I'm suffering sufferings, if all those sentient beings are not sufferings, myself, one single person, it doesn't matter. If I'm be happy to those my family, sentient beings, to be suffering, that's not fair. And in the Gonzolam Shalom, in the world of my perfect teachers, says there's no single sentient being's existence without to be our parents or relatives in the past. And that viewpoint of the sentient beings, they are families. We should to think. This thinking, this attitude, it's maybe you think, why I need to think like this? Very stupid. Because if you have this attitude, it is like kind of your best friend. Make joke in India, say, my friend. This attitude is the best your friend, my friend. It can give you food, it can give you water, it can give you and position, it can give you high position. It can give you such the high position, Bodhisattvas, Buddhas. And also in the text says, the Bodhicitta itself, when you have some attitude of the Bodhicitta, the supreme attitude of Bodhicitta, it is the root of all yanas, the heart core of the sutta and the thanta, the source of the temporary and the ultimate happiness. Describe some in the books. It's the truth. Because even you have the equanimity, this compassion idea, this one, I'm like kind of equally you treat to your family, to friend, to your society, to others. It's wonderful, wonderful. And of course, and top of that, love, compassion, rejoice, or the choice, and happiness. That is the so fantastic. This, when we make the everything's to resume, and there's 4 immeasurables, 4 boundless qualities put into the single point of the compassion. And then this compassion, genuine attitude, altruistic mind, good-hearted. That is the root of the all yanas. That is the heart core of all the Buddha's teaching, sutta and thantas. This is the source of happiness for temporary and ultimates. And also it is a cause for the going to the state beyond suffering. And it is the antidote for all the obscurations. You know very well the Asangasi stories, Shantadevas, many. Even we are studying the first Patrul Rinpoche's book, biographies, we are like kind of thinking, wow, wonderful, because he's great compassionate. Whole his life, his path, he practiced Bodhicharya Avatara. Therefore, how much it is like kind of the result. Those great achievement beings, they are purified their own obscuration by the compassion and bodhicittas. If we have it, everything is possible. Everything is possible. If we do not have it, nothing is possible. Bodhicitta is extremely important because it is the root of the Buddha Dharma and the source of the Buddha. If there is no Buddha, no Dharma. No Buddha Dharma, no Sangha. No kind of the liberations. And therefore, everything comes from the Bodhicitta. And thanks, today also you are concerning the Bodhicitta of the particularly emphasized, preoccupied or the predominate your mind about the compassion, equanimity for the sentient beings. And of course, we step by step to study the other immeasurables, boundless qualities. And today maybe it's like our coffee, bread is ready. If you are just to listen, my jep, or the like kind of nonsense and talking, maybe it's a little make for you boring. And I want to apologize. And also, yesterday I sent a message in the ZPR group, and there are like continue this our precious two Lopun Shamba and Lopun Seringombo Kembo. These two teachers teaching is so marvelous, extraordinary. Please do not miss, do not absent. Listen. I'm often listen to those great two teachers' teachings. They are wonderful. Okay, love. But of course, I cannot to push, I cannot to say, and I cannot to like give this kind of suggestion. But in these family situations, you put me something high position, and to say, hey, you need to lead to ourselves. I'm not sure you are the more superior than myself, but I respect to all of you very much. You listen to some other great masters, you should become more and more great, noble, superiors. It's making me so happy. I will take refuge in you. I've prostrate to you. I'm looking for you. I have a big wish put in you. And therefore, thank you very much.